Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay, so introduction first. My name is Natalia, here representing BAJB, Creative Division. Here we have also Nati from GFFX as an observer in this mock interview session. Well, because we meet online, sometimes internet connection can get wonky. So in case my voice breaking out or I'm freezing or something, you can just put your inquiries in chats or call out Natty to help. And don't hesitate to ask any questions if you can't hear me clearly. So you can ask directly or you can use the chat feature.
Okay. Thank you
Okay.
for your explanation.
Yeah, and then if you have any questions that you want to type in first, then that's okay. You can type in the chat, and we can discuss that after the interview end. So yeah, we will have the I guess like Q&A session by the end of the interview. Okay, is everything clear?
Yeah, everything clear. Thank you for the clear explanation.
Okay, so here on my screen I have your CV, of course. And yeah, I am very interested to know more about you. So, first of all, tell me about yourself.
I am currently a law student. I will be graduating at the end of this year. And even though I am a law student, I am interested to be a professional graphic designer in the future. And this is currently my final year. And I know that law school is not exactly in the creative industry. So I have been emerging from that and start doing graphic design job. Right now, I am a graphic design at it is a small creative agency that has just started in 2020, and I have been there ever since. And right now, I am also an admin in GPFX Army.
Wow, law school. Okay, that's very interesting because like from law school to a graphic design, that's quite a leap, right?
I know.
So, yeah, right. So you mentioned that you work for a creative agency,
Yes,
and your role there will be graphic designer.
yes, I'm the graphic designer.
Okay, so how do you like your role there?
I actually really like it. Right now, I am working with a real estate client.
Okay.
So I am managing their social media, creating the graphic design for their Instagram posts and Instagram stories. And I am also since our agency is new, I am currently working on their website.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new experience for me because I used to work in social media posts, but now I am working on their website as well. It's not launched yet, but it will soon.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so you do social media, right? Do you like it, or do you like? Would you prefer doing like prints or more conventional design stuff?
Excuse me, by conventional, you mean like flyers or
Yeah, flyers, brochure. I don't know, like company profiles.
I actually like it a lot, like to create social media contents.
Mhm.
Like right now, I am working in GPFX Army 2, and I am responsible to create a template for their a template for their Twitter posts.
Okay, so this is like burning question in my mind because you're from like very different background, like everyone else that I know working in graphic design, I guess. Why do you pursue this career? I mean, as a graphic designer, not something related to law.
To be honest, I expect this question. I am a passionate person,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, well, this is just my principle, but I think life is too short to do something that you don't want to do. And I don't know, I feel like I am more passionate to graphic design. I know that maybe the lack of graphic design education can be a problem in the future, but I have a lot of experiences from my law school
Mm-hmm.
because, as you know, there's not a lot of graphic design there. So ever since I was a freshman student, I have been working as the graphic design for the school senate, and then my law school held a lot of events. I was a graphic designer for their international music concert, and
Mm-hmm.
then for their international law convention. So yeah, I was dabbling in there too.
I see. So, what is the first, I don't know, the eureka moment that you're like, okay, I want to do this?
Uh, I think it was when I was working on the when I was working as a graphic designer for their international concert. It's basically an international music event held by my law school. And there I get to communicate with a lot of people. I get to meet interesting people, and we're discussing the design, we're discussing the brand, and I don't know, I feel like, oh, this is something that I want to do in the future. I don't want to I don't want to work in a paperwork or something like that. I want to do this. That's how I realized it.
Okay, okay, that's interesting.
Thank you.
In your CV, you put like your professional skills. You are proficient in Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, right? So, how comfortable are you using those softwares?
I am very comfortable. I have been using that for about 5 years. And I know I am a self-taught, but I really like to learn. And right now in this era, it's very easy to obtain new skills or information like from YouTube and from Skillshare. And yeah,
Okay, so from the three software that you put in there, which one would you prefer to work?
I love Photoshop the best, to be honest,
Okay, why?
because it is my first graphic design software, to be honest. And as the time goes by, I realized there's a lot of things that you can do in Photoshop, and it made me fascinating. Like a few months ago, I learned how to create mockup in Photoshop and learned how to create a more realistic design instead of just a flat design in Photoshop. And I thought, wow, what can Photoshop do? Yeah, I like Photoshop the best, but I am comfortable working with Illustrator and InDesign too for certain projects.
Okay. So, well, you did mention that you are working with a clients for their social media content, right?
Yeah,
What is your experience with the content creation itself? I mean, are you working by briefs only, or you are developing the briefs?
Oh, for the social media, uh, for the real estate, right? That I mentioned before, I am working on brief only. I did not I did not contact the client directly. I am working from a brief that was given by my a copywriter from my team.
Mhm. Okay. So your social media contents will be consisting only the visual aspect, but not the copywriting, right?
Yeah, on for the real estate, I'm only working on the graphic design only. Yeah, visual aspect.
Okay. So if for example you have to develop a brief
Mm-hmm.
or like thinking independently on a concept, are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, I am comfortable with it. Actually, back when I was in organization, that was my job.
Okay.
I did not only create the visual aspect, but also the brief and copywriting.
Oh, you have so many experience already.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so well, because you did explain that you are part of GFFX, so like you, I mean, this question might not apply to you, I guess. I'm going to ask about your comfortable with working in a remote situation and with people from all over the world,
Oh.
knowing there will be like time and cultural differences. Well, I guess you are working well enough with that. But then I'm going to ask about do you have any experience in interdivisions collaborations? For example, like you are working with design, like graphics, but then in a company, we usually have several division working in the same projects. So can you tell me a story on what that looks like in your experience?
I'm sorry. Can you explain a bit more about the question?
So I would like to know your experience in interdivision collaboration,
Ah, okay.
like collaborating with other division in the team. So let's say copywriter or maybe art director or maybe I don't know investor or
Oh,
something.
okay, okay. I think I have a few. Back in my college years, responsible for the graphic design, and
Mhm,
back then to create the content, it was not up to me. They usually give the brief,
mhm.
but then, wait, sorry. Can I try again?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't think I understand the question fully. Sorry. So in interdivisional interdivisional projects. So not only graphic designers.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my college years, I was a graphic design, and I worked with a lot of people from other divisions too. Like back then, my I would work with the secretary team to create the content for our social media, and then I also work with other division as well, such as I don't know how to translate this in English. Sorry. Such as from the law division, we would create content related to law, and also I have worked with the IT development from my university to create the website. So he created the website and I created the design for the website. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, you have like experience in collaboration. That's good to know. Because in the AJB we have like tons, not tons, but we have several divisions
Mm-hmm.
in our team. So we usually work very closely together in putting out like articles and posts. So yeah, it is exciting and good to know that you have experience in collaboration. That's good. Okay. Can you tell me what is your favorite project or maybe like work experience from the past couple of years? You can tell me anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be the one that on your CV, but maybe like something that you really like, um, maybe like passion projects or something. Like you can do that. So yeah.
Actually, recently, us GVFX Army have just finished the boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
It it was a boot camp, and I was a part of that. I was one of the team who organized the boot camp, and I was also one of the session leader, as in I teach Photoshop in that boot camp, and it was really interesting, and I was so happy of the outcome. Back then, I taught how to create. I taught the basic of Photoshop, and then I taught the basic of mockups, like how to create mockups in Photoshop. And I really like. I love everything. I love planning it. I love working on it, and I love to see the results of other armies who joined the bootcamp. And yeah, I had a wonderful experience there, and I think I learned a lot too from there.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, um, in a situation, where the team kind of like stretched thin because, like, well, as you know, we sometimes have tons of projects we're working on, and sometimes everyone doing like double or tripling projects, I guess, and everybody's busy with their tasks. Suddenly, like, new urgent task is coming, and what will you do?
Uh, I am on my laptop a lot,
Okay.
my laptop a lot. So I am actually used to that situation. So if there's urgent task coming, I am usually up to do it. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, it's not a new situation for me. And I know maybe I can I can like bicker a little or like a little bit annoyed, but I would get the job done.
Okay. Well, we graphic designers kind of used to to tight deadlines, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people. I think graphic designers must be used to it.
Sure. And in that situation, I mean, when you have like several projects coming in or on progress, um, what things do you keep in mind, like to guarantee um, like you fulfilling or timely completions of the projects, like the deadlines? How do you um, how do you say? How do you like submit your projects in timely manner, I guess?
Okay. First of all, since you mentioned that sometimes we as a graphic designer we work in a multiple project as one, of course I would set the priority of each project, which one is more urgent, which one is close to the deadline. First of all, I would do that, and then I would do that. I would do the project in that order, the top priority one, and do the rest after. And yeah, I think that's how I managed to put the design on time. I think planning is really important.
Okay. So planning a timeline,
Yeah,
yeah?
planning a timeline and yeah, and keeping up is very important.
Okay. So in a case when you are very busy, both of your hands already full, and you still need to um, do something, and it's very important, what will you do? Will you like drop everything else or you ask for any help?
I think it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
If it is solely my responsible, I wouldn't. ask for anyone's help.
Mhm.
I would try to do it myself first. But if it's a team project, then I would ask my teammate to help me a bit on that project.
Okay, so if it's a team project, then you don't have problem to like delegate your task to others and ask for help.
I don't think I'm a person who is shy to delegate a task to another person, especially in a team project. I would ask for help if I need one.
Okay, that's important actually. To delegating your task. Okay, so next one. I want to ask about your strength and weakness. So you can answer one or both. It's okay. What do you think your strength and weakness?
My strength, I think. Oh wait, are you asking for only one or?
You can answer both.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will answer both. I think one of my strengths is that I am patient and I like to receive feedback. I think patience is needed when you are a graphic designer, especially when you're working with other people. And then I am open to any feedback or criticism when doing my job because I realized that I do not have educational background in design or any creative, but that is not a weakness actually. But I realized that I can grow from their feedback or their criticism. And also, I am a communicative person. I love to communicate with people. And again, since graphic designers mostly working with people, right? So yeah, I think I am good at that. As for weakness, sometimes I tend to forget things. I can be a forgetful person, but I always have my reminders and my alarms for that to remind me so that wouldn't happen. And also sometimes I can't focus well. Like my mind is scattered everywhere. Like when I am working on one project, I am thinking about something else. But I have found a way to help me cope, which is listening to instrumental music. So yeah, I think that is two of my weakness.
Okay, well, I feel you. On that front, I feel you. We have like several other questions like this, like several last question before the Q&A. So, wait, okay. I want to ask, what is your approach when it's come to time giving constructive feedback to a team member and motivating them to do well?
Oh, okay. First of all, what I would do is I would compliment their work. I think it is very important for them to know that they have done great. Uh, they have put a good job on their work. And then after that, I would point out what I think is missing, but in a very calm and polite way. I think it is very important to do that. And after that, I would say, you have done a great job. Please keep doing well, like that.
Okay. And then maybe this is the last question. Why do you want to work with us?
With BTS ARMY Job Board, right? I think first of all, it is very cool to have a group of armies working from all over the world to give information about job vacancy. And yeah, I think it's very cool. And actually, before this collaboration project between GPFX and BAJB, I was actually I have already followed you.
Oh, okay.
I just feel it's very fascinating and very cool. And of course, since this is like like a fan base, you guys do it for free, right? I think it is very. wonderful and very cool. And I am a passionate person, and I love to work on something like that. I love to give support to other people. So yeah, that's why I want to work with you, because I think what you guys do and what I want to do is aligned. And I think I would be a good addition to your team because I am passionate on what I do, and I like to support others too. And really, you guys are so cool.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind word. Well, do you have any question for us?
I was you mentioned that you guys wait, first of all, sorry if you just heard dog barking. I'm really sorry, it was my neighbors. Uh so I wonder how you guys work, especially in the graphic design, because like I have worked with a few fan bases before, and they all have different approach. Like I was working with a fan base, and all they do is give me a direction on direct message, and that's it. So I only like in contact with one people only. And yeah, I was wondering how things work in BGAB, BAJB, sorry.
Yeah, so how it works? Well, the messaging system that we use is Telegram. So yeah, so we have Telegram channels for each division, and in that division itself, we have like a family group, I guess. So like where everyone joining, yeah, regardless their division. So for our division creatives, we usually work closely or directly with the content and publication team,
Oh.
because yeah, because mostly we are doing the social media posts, right?
Mhm.
So content team will supply us with articles, or they will support us with like things that they want to do. For example, oh, we want to do infographics or something, so they will list them out. So we have like monthly planner,
Mhm.
like, well, it's more like a weekly planner but in the monthly um, tabs. The content team will fill that out. So they put their articles or what they want to do in each day. And we, as creative, will see the content plan
Mhm.
and then designing stuff based on that.
Ah.
For the creative team itself, we right now have around like we have like 4 members. So yeah, so well, 4 members, but the active one is like only 3 for now. So we usually tagging ourselves, or we will be tagged by the content team leaders
Mhm.
in a specific content that they want to see or that they want us to create, because each individual's artists have their own preference and their style. So um, sometimes the content team have like this certain view of how they want the content to look like. So yeah, they have the liberty to tag us in some in some of their content requests. So yeah, if they like my style, then they will tag me in that content, that kind of thing. Or we can assign ourselves in contents that we want. So that's how, yeah, so that's how we work for now. But each members have equal opportunity, and we usually like back up each other quite often. That's why I'm asking if are you okay with delegating stuff. Like sometimes you tag yourself in a post, but then you cannot deliver on time and someone will have to take over that. So sometimes it happen, and we are as a team, it's okay with that. So yeah. What else? Creative teams. We do well. We have like tons of things to do. So we are doing the artworks, and then we are creating templates. Sometimes we help with the copywriting, but usually copyright falls with the uh, content team. But yeah, that's what we do.
Oh, okay. So, does the graphic designer in the BAJB team have liberty in creating what? Liberty in like designing?
Well, yes, because we never limited everyone in certain style,
Hmm.
if you can say that, in a certain style, but we do have guidelines, like for example, what color of logo that we use, or maybe what fonts that we use for this type of contents, that kind of thing. But as for the illustration style, as long as it's good, it's easy to understand for everyone in general, then it's good to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like our consistency based on like maybe like colors, or like certain layouts, but never like style, because like we know everyone have their preferred style. So yeah, as long as um everyone in this world can understand what we put out. So yeah, so that's good with us.
That's great. Can I have one more question?
Yeah, sure.
What are the workloads like in BAGB? Like, do you guys have to create content a lot and stuff like that?
Okay, so our workloads, as I said before, we have this content plan. Usually, content plans, we set the content plans monthly.
Hmm.
So, like for this month, we already have content plans for the next month.
Oh,
So, like on September, we will do contents for October. So, we, I guess, prepare the content like a month before we publish them. I guess so. Yeah. We prepared beforehand, and the content itself. Well, if we go with the content plans, every day we do have contents, but not everything is like, I don't know, like as graphic heavy, I guess. So the workload, I guess it's like moderate, I guess. Yeah, I mean every day we do put contents, but like we're working with three or four people, so we can divide that quite fairly,
yeah.
and it's not that hard. I guess.
Every day I see new job vacancy too on Twitter because of you guys.
Yeah, that will be the publication team.
Okay.
Yeah, they work hard.
Thank you for working hard.
Okay, and okay, so that's your last question. Do you have any other question?
I think I'm content. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you for your time. I think this is the
Thank
end
you
of,
also for your time.
yeah, this is the end of the interview mockups. So yeah, ready.
Back I am.
How do you think about the interview?
Okay, let's see. No, I think it went really well. Um,
I'm really nervous.
all good. Um, I think okay, let me check my notes.
Oh, you took notes.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, I think it was really good that right in the beginning you explained clearly on what you did in the agencies. So
Uh,
you said that you are studying law, but that you like learned graphic design and are working in graphic design positions in a lot of different like organization or companies. So I think that's really like good to put out front. So you didn't stay too long on that you're studying law, but like directly went into like the design stuff, which I thought was really good. I think for the GVFX ARMY part, when you said that, like, okay, I know like in a normal interview that might not come up like this, but you can say that you're working in an organization who gives graphic and video support to a specific kind of group.
Yeah.
And that you are doing graphics there. So if you like say that you're working in something like this, also explain it like you did with the other agencies or with the other jobs that you listed. Just put it in there and explain it the same as you did with the others.
Yeah.
Like when Nat asked you about why you decide to go to graphic design, I think it's nice that you said life is too short to do something that you don't want to do. But if I hear that, I'm thinking like, okay, but what happens if you don't like the design jobs that I have for you? Because sometimes in design, like not all design jobs in an agency or at a company are like really fun or super creative. So yeah, maybe focus more on that, like that really, like you did that on the go. It's just the beginning was kind of like difficult, but like just try to concentrate on why you want to do graphic design and why that is your passion. And try not to downplay law, because studying law is like really amazing. Like if I think like studying design was like everyone else has to write papers and do some exams, and I draw something and passed my course. So in that way.
What if I said, what if I said like I am more passionate in graphic design and I want to work on something that I am passionate about, or does it still sound the same as before?
No, it doesn't sound the same. It's just, yeah, you just have to make like, if you have a law school and graphic design, you should not say, yeah, law school was shitty or I really hate law school, but you should just say like graphic design is like that thing that I need to do. So you just like shift like the focus a little bit more on the graphic part.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished. No, but you're welcome. I like how you said it, like what programs you like best, and that you also like explained a little bit on what you created on those programs. I mean, you can still see it in your portfolio, but it's also nice to know like what you're most comfortable in those kind of programs, as they are really big, and as you know, a lot of things you can do. I can't read my own notes. That's like, that's awesome. For an urgent task, yes, when Nat asked you about the urgent task that might come up in a team and what you do, like, okay, that's maybe Nat, you can like disagree with me there, like, but for me it would be also important, and I know you said that later on in the interview, but at that moment it's also good if you not only say you would try to take over this task, but also like have an open communication with your team or with your team leader on what task you already have, and maybe if also some deadlines can be pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, that will be preferable.
Yeah, like just so you don't like, yeah, I can take all the tasks. Yeah, I can take all the tasks, but also like that you communicate with the team. You said that later on. I just, at this moment, you didn't say it. That's why I wrote it down. And I really like what you said with what your strengths and weaknesses, especially like with the feedback. If you also there, like, you don't have to say that you have no education in design, because like I for myself think if you do online courses, you have an education design, but maybe not an official. And you can always phrase that a little bit like, don't downplay your education, but more say like, you don't really have an official education design, or you didn't study design, but you took a lot of online courses, and other people who might have studied design or like some different kind of creative field have different ways to approach a project in design, and you are open to like know all the ways to approach a design project, for example. Because I for myself, for example, know like even at my school, each professor or each course had a different way of approaching designs, or had a different opinion like on different matters on design, or what they liked, what they like the preferences that they had. So yeah, you can have that a little bit more like a focus maybe on that you did online courses, or that you like educate yourself, but that others might have like just different ways of approaching a project. Yes, and I also like that how you explained how you give feedback, and that you did some compliments, like that you said. I for myself think, oh, compliments are always good. Like throw it all out as long as they are meant like in an honest way. But it's always good if you say like that you follow them for a long time, and that you really like what they are doing. And I think that's always like really good for people to know, or for the company to know, because you also show them that you are you're interested in the whole company, and not only like for getting the job. Yeah. And I think you also asked some really good questions in the end. And just one small thing there, like if you like, yeah, you don't have to, like I think your questions were already really good, but you can also always ask why they put out the job position to fill in. So if they are currently, for example, extending their team because they got a big client or something else, or maybe if they let someone go, like of course you don't have to phrase it like this, but that's also like really good for you or for yourself to know if maybe like they are just extending their team because like they got a really big client, or if someone like is on how do you say it, maternity leave, I think.
Yeah,
Like if you're filling up a spot like maybe that someone had before, or that is currently not there, or if someone even like quit the job, and then you can also sometimes ask why they quit the job, just to like know a little bit more on what's the dynamic of the team. But you did really well. Really good.
Oh, really? Thank you. I am still nervous, to be honest.
I like the part when you answering the what is your weakness, because you stated the weakness, but then you also explain how you overcome it. In a way, like you forget things, but I like set up the alarms for that, or I am difficult to focus, but then I kind of like chilled it down and organizing stuff, that kind of thing. So I think it's a good thing, just because like yes, you have this let's say what is called weakness or handicap, but then you are working on it, and you are trying to get better at it. So yeah, it's a good thing.
Thank
That's good.
you.
Yeah, and then when you are answering some questions, you without me asking follow-up question, you already explaining stuff, like explaining what type of work that you do at certain points, or you are giving examples. That actually good, because like the interviewer will get like more in-depth knowledge about you and what you do. So yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
What else? Yeah, I think for the one that I'm concerned of, I think there's not really that much. I mean, Nati already pointed out. I think everything already pointed out by Nati.
Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, like third party observer usually have like more I mean like what objective, I guess, and balance feedbacks. Because obviously as interviewers sometimes we kinda feel, I don't know, like emotionally connected to some person or something. So yeah, it's good to have like third party like that here.
You.
Okay, so that's for me.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kanat.